Okay, now what we want in this project is when we click on Kenny, the score has to go up, right? So we're going to use gesture recognizers. Thank God that we have learned how to do that in the previous section. So if you didn't watch the previous section, essentials, go back and watch them. So let's make this one here in order. Okay, so under with did load, we are going to say first of all we have to create a score variable, right? So initially 0, and under with did load we have to say score label dot text is equal to score backslash score. Okay, and let's create our first recognizer. Recognizer 1, for instance. It's going to be a UI tap gesture recognizer, which will have the target of self and action. As an action, we're going to say selector view controller dot, we have to create a function, right? You know how to do this. Func increase scores. Okay, so what we want to do is that we want to add 1 to the score, right? So in increase scores, we want to add to the score, and we want to actually update the label as well. So let's say this. So this is what happens when recognizers get called. So this is view controller dot increase scores, but we have to create 9 more recognizers because we have 9 individual images in this case. So let's copy and paste until we have 9. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so if you just hit Command and A, it will choose everything, and if you hit Control and I, it will have the automatic indent for the syntax. Okay, so next thing we want to do is that we have to add this to the images. Add gesture recognizer 1. So Kenny2 dot add gesture recognizer 2. So let's do that. I know that you are not amused with that process either. Recognizer 4, but we are building a game here, so I think it's fair enough that we go some trouble. We go through some trouble here. Think of more complex apps, more complex games that people will have to design every inch of details. So this is actually nothing. Kenny 8 dot add gesture recognizer 8. and Kenny9 dot add gesture recognizer 9. And the final thing to do is to make sure that our images are actually enabled for user interaction. So we'll say Kenny1 that is user interaction enabled, true. Let's copy this 9 more time, and we will just change 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now I think we are done with defining our gesture recognizers here. So let's try this if it works and if it increases the score as it's supposed to be. Okay, now yes, I have tried every individual images and all increases our score. So now let's stop here, and in the next lecture we are going to implement timers.